All of you welcome. In this video, we are covering the taxation treatment of pension and commuted value of pension, which is coming under the head income from salaries, and we are discussing retirement salary now. You know that when an employee retires from service or leaves a job, he receives some special payments. One of such special payments is pension. So, what is the taxation treatment of pension? Pension received by a government or a non-government employee is fully taxable. Pension is fully taxable. Suppose if a person is retiring and after retirement he is settling in a foreign country and the pension for serving in India receives abroad, in that case also that is fully taxable irrespective of the residential status. Means if he is ordinarily resident, not ordinarily resident, or non-resident, whatever may be the residential status, pension received for serving in India received in a foreign country is fully taxable. So pension is fully taxable. Second item is commuted value of pension. So before discussing the taxation treatment of commuted value of pension, one should know what is meant by commuted value of pension or commutation of pension. What is the meaning of commutation of pension or commuted value of pension means, suppose if a person instead of receiving monthly pension, he want to receive a lump sum amount. The lump sum amount received by that individual by foregoing the monthly pension is called commuted value of pension or commutation of pension. Clear, no? The lump sum payment by foregoing the monthly pension is called commutation of pension or commuted value of pension. Instead of monthly pension, he want to receive a lump sum payment, that is called commuted value of pension. The taxation treatment of commuted value of pension that we can look now. This is exempted from tax subject to the following limits. Means here we are categorizing the employees into two: government employees and non-government employees. 3 points are given here. The first one is about government employees. In case of a government employee, if that employee is receiving a commuted value of pension, in that case it is fully exempted. Means any payments received in commutation of pension by all categories of government employees, whether he is a central or state government employee, employees of any local authority or statutory corporation, or a government employee absorbed in a public sector undertaking, is fully exempted from tax. In short, we can say that the commuted pension of a government employee is fully exempted from tax. Second case is of non-government employees. Non-government employees are again treated in two ways. Whether that person is receiving gratuity or not, that is the question. If a non-government employee receives gratuity also, in that case, 1/3 of his normal pension is exempted. 1/3 of normal pension is exempted means 2/3 of his normal pension is taxable as commuted value of pension. You don't be confused with all these terms. First of all, you have to compute the normal pension. What is the normal pension? That you have to compute. 1/3 of that normal pension is exempted if a non-government employee is also receiving gratuity. Remaining 2/3 is taxable as commuted value of pension. Okay, by doing the problem, you will be able to understand it clearly. Okay. Second case is the non-government employee is not receiving any gratuity. In that case, half of the normal pension is exempted. Means half of the normal pension is taxable as commuted pension. Okay. Third case is that of the commuted pension is received by an individual from a pension fund set up by an insurance company, just like LIC. In that case also, that is fully exempted from tax. Any amount of commuted value of pension received by an individual from a fund, pension fund set up by the insurance companies, is also exempted from income tax. So three situations are clear to you. First and third situation, you don't want to compute anything, you don't want to calculate anything, that is fully exempted from tax, that is of government employees and from pension fund. Second case is that of a non-government employee. The taxation treatment depends upon whether he is receiving gratuity or not. Okay, that is given as a chart here. Pension is fully taxable, monthly pension is fully taxable irrespective of the nature of employment, whether he is government or non-government, that is immaterial. Whatever monthly pension is received by that individual is fully taxable. Commuted value of pension in case of government employees is fully exempted. Non-government employees, if he receives gratuity, 1/3 of pension is exempted. If he is not receiving gratuity, half of the normal pension is exempted. Here is a question. Mr. Nataraj retired as the general manager of a sugar mill on 1/4/2019. His pension was fixed by the employer at the rate of rupees 1000 per month. He commuted 3/4 of the pension and received rupees 36,000 as the value of commuted pension on 31st December 2019. Compute his gross income from salary for the assessment year 2021. That is a university examination question. Okay, that was modified, right? So we can move to the solution now. So what is the situation? Mr. Nataraj retired on 1st April 2019. We have to compute his gross salary. Means we have to compute the salary income of Nataraj for the previous year 2019 2020 1920. Means our previous year starts from 1st April 2019 and ends on 31st March 2020. So for that 12 months we have to calculate his salary income. So whatever amounts are received during that period is only taken for computation. He retired on 1st April 2019, means on the first day of our previous year. 31st December 2019, he commuted his pension and received a lump sum of rupees 36,000. Means he commuted 3/4 of his normal, 3/4 of his pension he commuted, right? So for the 9 months, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December 2019, he receives a monthly pension of rupees 1000. So 1000 rupees per month received for the 9 months is fully taxable. Pension received by even by a non-government employee is fully taxable. So that is fully taxable. 9,000 rupees. How that arrives? 1st April to 31st December, up to the commutation, he receives monthly pension that is fully taxable. Okay, after commuting his 3/4 pension, he is receiving 1/4 of his pension monthly. Means from January 1st 2020 to 31st March 2020, he is receiving a monthly pension 1/4, right? So monthly he is getting 1000 rupees. 3/4 he commuted and received lump sum payment. Remaining 1/4 he is receiving monthly. So 1000 into 1/4, 250 he is receiving for the remaining 3 months. 250 into 3 months give you 750 rupees. That is also fully taxable. That is the monthly pension received by Mr. Nataraj. 250, 250 for February also, and 250 for March 2020. So monthly pension 9,750 for the full previous year. 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2020 is fully taxable. Okay. Then we can move to the commuted value of pension. What is the taxable portion of commuted value of pension that we can look now? Here we assume, if we assume that he is also receiving gratuity, 1/3 of his normal pension is exempted. Means 2/3 of his normal pension is taxable, right? So what is the normal pension that we have to compute? 3/4 of his normal pension is 36,000. So his full pension for computing the full pension, 36,000 is the 3/4 pension. 36,000 into 4/3 will give you full pension. Okay, that is the simple mathematics that you know. His full pension or normal pension is 48,000. How it arrived? 36,000 into 4/3. Okay. So 48,000 is the normal pension or the full pension of Mr. Nataraj. If we assume that he is also receiving gratuity, 1/3 of that 48,000 is exempted. 1/3 of normal pension is equal to 16,000 rupees. So 16,000 rupees is exempted. Mr. Nataraj is receiving 36,000 rupees. Of that 36,000 rupees, 16,000 is exempted, remaining 20,000 is taxable. Taxable value of commuted pension is 20,000. Right? So, the gross salary of Mr. Nataraj for the previous year 1920 or the assessment year 2021 is equal to monthly pension of 9,750 plus taxable portion of commuted pension 20,000, 29,750. This is the answer if we assume that Mr. Nataraj is also receiving gratuity. Suppose if we assume that Mr. Nataraj is not receiving gratuity, in that case, half of the normal pension is exempted. Here the normal pension is equal to 48,000. Normal pension is 48,000. Half is exempted means 24,000 is exempted. 24,000 is the remaining amount. So 24,000 is exempted means 36,000 is the actual amount received by him in commutation of pension. 36,000 minus the exempted portion 24,000. 36,000 minus 24,000 will give you 12,000. 12,000 is the taxable value of commuted pension. Plus monthly pension taxable is 9,750. 21,750 is the gross salary of Mr. Nataraj if he does not receive gratuity. Right? So that is the case. I think that is clear to you. The only thing is you have to calculate what is the amount of normal pension. Normal pension or full pension is to be calculated into 1/3 is exempted when he also receives gratuity into 1/2. Half is exempted when he does not receive gratuity. That is the only thing that you have to do. Here Mr. Nataraj retired. That is why he is not receiving any other payment as salary. Here we have to take only two items. One is monthly pension and second one is the commuted value of pension. These two things will make the gross salary of Mr. Nataraj. Hope it is clear.